Hi, so today I'm going to give you a honest review of Google Fi. Google Fi is a cell phone service made by Google, obviously, and it used to be called Project Fi before everybody kind of knew about it, and now it offers $70 a month for unlimited everything, and at the time Verizon was $140 a month, so switching sounded really, really good, and I made the jump, but now I am wishing that I never did, and I'm wishing that I had gone to AT&T or something else and never even gone to Google Fi. So first things first, I switched my Google Pixel 4 to Google Fi, and it was on Verizon first, and then I sent it back to Verizon and got a Google Pixel 3a XL, and here it is. It no longer works, but we'll get into that in just a minute. So the first day that I got it, I was driving and I had it on my lap, and it was in direct sunlight, so it kind of shut off, or not shut off, but like it wasn't working right. So I just figured heat exposure, phones don't like that, so that's fine. And I waited. When I got back home, it went back to normal. So I was like, okay. So then after that, it would shut off or it would freeze up, and I would have to actually hit the power button and then the volume up button 3 times, and that would reset the phone. And then there was times where the screen would lock up to the point where I couldn't do anything. I couldn't click on anything. I couldn't use like Google Pay to try to like unfreeze it or anything like that. I couldn't do anything. I would have to do a hard reset on the phone, and my boyfriend would try to help me, and he was like, I don't know what's wrong with this thing. So I contacted Google Fi, and I was like, this isn't right. This phone's garbage. Like, this shouldn't be happening after a week. This is a week, or less than a week. So I contacted them, and they were just like, well, just do a factory reset, it'll be fine. And I'm like, no, I'm not doing any of your troubleshooting crap, because it's not going to work. This is not normal behavior for an Android phone. I've had 3 different Google Pixel devices. I had a 2, a 4, and then this one. And it won't even turn on anymore. So after a week or so, I contacted them, and they just wanted me to do a hard reset or a factory reset, and I told them, well, I already did that, so just send me a new phone. And so I finally got somebody that agreed to send me a new phone. So he told me there was 2 ways that I could do this. The first way was to put a $350 hold on my bank account, and then they would send the phone out like next day or immediately or whatever. And the second way was to send the phone back and then wait for a new phone to come in the mail. So basically 2 weeks with no phone, which I was not okay with. I was getting ready for college and everything. I needed a phone. So I opted to do the $350 out of my bank account. I transferred it from my savings, put it in my checking, and they sent me a link to replace the phone. So I go through all the steps, and at the final page it says $575. So that's $225 more than what it was supposed to be. So I'm like, this is sketchy. Like, I don't know about this. So I contacted them again, and they were like, no, it should be $350. I'm like, well, your link is telling me $550 or $575, whichever amount it was, but it was $200 more at least. And they were like, well, where did you get that link from? And I was like, you guys sent it to me. Like, it's from you. And they were like, well, we don't know about that. And I'm like, you sent it to me. This is your link. And so basically I ignored it. I was like, I'll just keep the phone for a little bit longer. And then my boyfriend and I are sitting in the car the one day, and I'm scrolling through Amazon looking for something, and it started to scroll like I have my iPhone. So this is Amazon. So if I was trying to scroll, it would go like real slow and it'd go like that, like really fast. And I was like, that's not supposed to happen. Like it would do that, and then it would freeze, and it was just not acting right. And then eventually the phone shut off, which I have been used to because it was happening 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times a day. So I tried to turn it back on, and it was not turning back on. So then my boyfriend tried to turn it back on, and it was not turning back on. So then we tried the power button and the volume up button thing a few times. That was not working. And then it seemed like the phone turned on, but it was still a black screen. So this is the phone. It does not work. It does not turn on. I would try to put the phone was on, technically, but if I would put my finger on the fingerprint sensor back here, you could feel it vibrate like it was doing something, but there was no picture on the screen at all. So this is after 2 weeks of owning this phone. And I contacted Google Fi again, and they basically told me that I was out of the return period and they were not going to do anything for me. And I said, no, you're going to take this phone back because this is not normal. This is not okay. A phone device should be lasting a lot longer than that. I had a Google Pixel 2 for 2 years that gave out after 2 years, but not 2 weeks. My Google Pixel 4 would have still been going if I had it. And then now I just bought an iPhone 11 because I was so fed up. So I am warning you that if you get a phone with Google Fi and it messes up, you are on your own. That is it. They will not do anything for you. I have this phone that's just a paperweight now. It will not do anything. It does not turn on. Nothing. Nada. All I can do is put it on a stack of papers and the wind won't blow it away. I'm going to try to contact Google as soon as I can and try to get somebody in their corporate office or something and report this because this is not okay. And I don't want other consumers falling victim to them. First off, I don't understand why the phone was $350 replaced, then it jumped up to $550 or $575, whichever amount it was. That's sketchy to me, so I put the money back in my savings. And then also Google Fi told me that they were going to make me pay for the phone, which I told them I was not going to. So I actually canceled my debit card and got a new one and made my bank actually block them from taking money out. So I am posting this as a warning to anybody that is thinking about switching. It sounds like a really good price, but it is not for what I've had to go through with this company. So just be warned before you think about doing anything with Google Fi. Also, in addition to my other Google Fi little thing, I also wanted to say that the reception was not that bad. It was actually kind of decent. My neighborhood where I live, Verizon was not working, and as soon as I would get off the freeway to come to my house, Verizon, like my music, my internet was shut off. I couldn't use it, and I don't live like in the country in a rural area. I don't live any place like that, so there was no reason for it to fail. So so the reception wasn't bad, but the phone itself just broke. And usually when I had a phone break with like Verizon or something, they would be like, okay, let's replace it. You can get a phone overnighted. We will do something for you. We'll do something about this. We can get you a different model. Google Fi basically is doing absolutely nothing for me. So, just don't sign up for them. Please don't. I will warn everybody. I will put it on their Google Facebook page, on Twitter. I will blast them for not taking care of their customer, which is me. And I'm sure they were doing this to other people because this device is literally junk. It's garbage. It does nothing. I have been an Android lover for a long time, and I walked into AT&T the night that this thing broke and was just like, just give me an iPhone. I don't even care anymore because I was so fed up. I don't have a favorable opinion of Samsung phones, so they didn't have any Google Pixels, so an iPhone was my only route. It's an iPhone. I'm kind of like, whatever, I don't care. There's nothing superior about it, but yeah, so I just wanted to let everybody know my experience, and I will be getting a hold of somebody at Google to take care of my issue, because I don't want anybody else defrauded by this company. And it really enrages me that I wasted my time and my money and my credit check as well on this joke of a company. So if you were thinking about switching, switch to AT&T, switch to Verizon, switch to T-Mobile. I don't even care. Don't go with Google Fi though. I have seen positive reviews, but I don't know how these people are actually getting good reviews, because I don't know. I just had a really bad experience. So I am just warning people out there. So hope you watched this video and enjoyed it, and you learned something, and I don't know. Have a good day.